Welcome back to Franchise Hockey Manager 12 with the Boston Bruins rebuild. We head to the trade deadline, and after a rocky start, we managed to climb our way up to 4th place in the Eastern Conference. Not so bad when you think of everything that we end up starting with. We end up starting with a bunch of young guys, and they're slowly starting to get to the point where we need to. We're second in the Atlantic by a sizable margin. I mean, it's been good for us so far. Pasternak's leading the goal scoring charge, and he's pretty close in terms of the most points. Looks like it's going to be a battle between him, Draisaitl, and McDavid. And I mean, everything's kind of looking up. I mean, you look at our ability currently, and we do have the players. Like, obviously, McQueen and McKenna and Hoggins are all starting to develop the way that we need to. And we still have Dupont, who's doing pretty good as well, Rubric and Poitras. And then you also have like an experienced player like Voronkov, who's 27. Lindbaum's not doing too terrible. It seems like something bad's going to happen, though. So we'll look at our stats first. I mean, points-wise, 82 and 67. That's what we've come to expect from Pastrnak. Obviously, he's putting it all together because he has the support around him. And it's a good thing that he was never on the thought of us getting rid of him. But we want to get him a cup for sure. McKenna, 56 points in 67 games. He's already more than what he got last season, so step in the right direction for sure as well. Hoggins with 54, projected to go around 67, and Poitras with 61. So almost he's going to with 50. He's almost going to double what he did last season. McQueen is projected to get around 60, same that he got last season, but second line right winger, not much you can really expect. Rubric, rookie season with 38 points. So far, projected to go around 47. Obviously, you can build off that. Villeneuve with 34 points in 66 games is good for a lefty. That's where our main issue is. And then Dupont with 34 in 65 games. Obviously, he can build off that as well. And then Musty having almost a career year, 28 points in 66 games. If he can manage to get a little bit more, he should be able to get more than 35 points. I'm really hoping. But looking at our goalies as well, let's see what So Lindbaum, 15 starts, 6 wins, 6 losses, and 1 overtime loss, 878. That is terrible. He has developed to a 2.5-star player, though. And he doesn't look that bad. So, I mean, patience is key with a player like that. We'll go back to Lindbaum. Career stats, yeah, he's played with us, kind of bounced around a little bit. 11 wins the first season with 19 losses. And then 6 and 13, 6 and 6. I mean, save percentage, not the greatest, but he's only 24. So only $1 million is really costing us in cap. Can't complain there. Swayman with 55 starts has 33 wins and 15 losses, 6 overtime losses as well. Save percentage 914. That's what we've come to, that's what we're expecting from Swayman this whole time. Obviously, he's now putting it together. But again, better players around him. 916 was before we ended up starting. 892 is kind of what we've reduced him to, I guess, is being in the high 800s. But the fact that he's kind of sitting on his head is great. He's now approaching 29. So the thought is, obviously, if Lindbaum can be the backup, or if we end up trading him for a player that might end up unseating him in 5 years. So maybe we draft one with their second round pick. That seems like what we might do. Transaction wise, though, was a little bit busy, not too crazy though. Transaction log, we'll look at trades here. So we ended up trading away Flores for a 5th, Andre for a 6th as well, and back in August and September. Then we needed to shape things up. Klingberg we got rid of once we realized that we didn't need his cap. We got rid of him for a 4th round pick. And then we just acquired Pulkkinen, who's a lefty, for Mbarico, who was one of our signees but didn't really play for us. Richmond, and a 7th and a 6th. So the rights to Richmond does kind of suck, though. He was pretty cool. But unfortunately, yeah, you have to kind of make these decisions. Not much of a defensive player. I wonder what it cost us. What was his pick? He was a 5th round pick. So, I mean, it is what it is. Pulkkinen looks good. Hitting, checking. stick checking as well. Offensive, pretty decent. Aggression, bravery, everything looks pretty good. Like, he should be able to slot in for us at some point. Let's see if we can we even sign him now? If we could sign him now, we probably will. Oh, it does put him down. Wow, it does put him down here. I was expecting him to be a little bit better. So maybe it was all for naught, but we did kind of clean up our defense anyways. Cole Hudson, primed to be able to play in that slot at some point next season. Same thing with Spence. Spence is doing pretty good, 32 points in the NCAA. More of an assist guy. And then Moore and Jonah as well. We might have to pull the trigger and promote one of them. I don't really see us doing Jonah. I think Jonah should kind of grow a little bit more before we end up forcing him into that role. Once his face-offs is around 15 is the exact moment that I'll sign him. Andrew Thompson, definitely a player that I would consider. Face-off's a little bit low for a center, though. And, yeah, Denoye, not doing that great, but not doing too bad either. We also got Ganguan, who we might actually end up promoting next season. He can develop for sure. So we have to kind of pick and choose because we don't want to overload our team too much with talent, because that's kind of what ended up starting off this season with a bunch of youngsters kind of developing. Like, obviously, you don't want a whole squad of youngsters because that can cause issues. So we'll kind of look at the transactions here. Trade block, see what's there. I don't think Faber will go to us. I've tried. Yeah, no movement, which kind of sucks. Like, if a team's interested, you'd think that they might oblige a little bit more. Mugli, I was going to say, if there's a lefty that's available, we definitely want to consider that. A lefty just for the playoffs, too. Sorry, guys. Just a little bit of stuff caught in my throat. Sorry I haven't been active. I will continue to be active, though. Scott Lawton, at the end of his season, last season with us, but he hasn't really played that much. Brazo, we should probably look at getting rid of, just because his contract is going to expire and you might want to get something for him. But again, it all depends on who's available. I was kind of going through a lot of them, and not just on here, but kind of in general, and I was trying to figure out what kind of player that we end up wanting. I mean, Rasmus Sandin is, in real life, is probably a player that I probably would get. Contract-wise, though, we can't afford that. We can afford pretty much any contract at this exact moment. So we have one thing that most teams can't offer, and it's deep, deep pockets. Yeah, I don't really see anyone that's kind of jumping out at us. I was looking at depth as well. We can briefly glimpse at that. Now we only have, yeah. So lefty Boylis or Boylius. I don't even know how to say that. Boumedienne. How is that guy not even? That's weird. Why does it say that he's okay? I was gonna say, why does it say he's that old? How much would that cost us? Let's see if we can trade Jets. I'm willing to basically give. They have Luke Hughes too. Dear God. Okay. Let's see if they're willing to get rid of Boumedienne. We will give everything for him. Why? They have another Hudson. So let's kind of try this out. They want our top picks. Understandable. But the fact that they're willing to get 3 players or 4 players that we end up having there means that they could want something else as well. So, like I said, I'm willing to give up picks. They want a center. Okay, that's what I wanted to know. Center-wise, who can we... Do we suffer a little bit this year to benefit years to come? Poitras could be one of those guys that you end up letting go. He is averaging very good this season. Spooner, no. Poitras, Hagens. Hagens obviously is off the table. Brown. Desnoyers could be also one of those players. Cole Chandler could come up and replace him. they would do this. It looks like they would do this. Okay, let's remove him for now. So now we know that they would trade for him. Let's add Brown. Maybe I'm wrong. So that's getting closer. And I mean, Cole Chandler could do it. Brazeau could be on that that list as well. Same thing with Flanagan. They think it's well balanced. Yeah, they want us to increase. I will do this all day. I don't know if it's because it's the rights of the player or whatever. Yeah, a third. I mean, I'll give a second for sure. I kind of just want to swap the years maybe. And not have... Yeah, fine. I'll do that. I'll do that all day long. So we get Boumedienne right after getting Pulkkinen. Now the only question, he is with the NCAA. We could sign him in the playoffs if we need to. But I'm curious where that... He's top 3 in terms of our defense. So the future looks great for that. He can sign next year. Is there any way we can offer him a contract? No, we can't. So next year we seem like we're primed for it. I don't think we really suffered too much this season. I don't even think we even gave up a player. I mean, that's what the beauty of looking at depth chart. You can kind of sometimes capitalize on stupid things like that. Yes, it is. I would say it's kind of cheap. But, I mean, this is a game after all, and I'm just kind of playing with what is provided. But either way, I mean, it's not like we didn't give him a second round pick for him anyways. So we didn't completely fleece him. Mathis Preston. Like I said, I like looking at prospects. I don't think we're going to do anything this season. Like I said, I'm waiting for the shoe to drop. He could be a solid center for us. Why is he playing in the AHL? Okay. So we'll start things off. Let's give up Brazeau. They need right wing, left wing, center. We need a center. So Smith, no. Chandler, no. Again, we're just going to give up picks every time. Yeah, they're not going to... They won't make it. Let's go with rights. Let's go with the player that we might not necessarily need now. We have so many centers. We might as well give up one. Thompson? Thompson, Hayes. Did I give up Hayes or Thompson? Hayes, there we go. Not willing to move without something. And we can give him a left winger as well. Arsenault was one of the top players that we ended up getting. We got him with our second round pick. So Liam Arsenault could be one of those as well. They're not budging. Oh, that's why. Oh, we would be at the cap floor, so we need a player to bounce it. I highly doubt that they're going to do this, though. Demko, no, obviously. Yeah, if we retained it, we'd be fine, no? Yeah, we would be fine with retaining it. No, I guess not. Martinook, no. I doubt they do this. Okay, that doesn't really make sense, but sure, I guess we'll just kind of abandon that. Alright, let's play some games, see what we can do here. That's pretty much the lineup that we've... I don't know why Voronkov's center. Voronkov is apparently playing every single position. Let's see. Yeah, okay, there we go. I don't know why Lawton's playing. That's weird. Daniel Ye's getting the day off. He's only grading around a 59. He was one of those guys I thought that was going to actually be a lot better than what he ended up becoming. So first game here, 6-0. Not bad. Scotland with the shorthanded figures. Hoggins with 2. McKenna, McQueen, and then Spooner as well. Not seeing Pasternak there. That's kind of disappointing. He still leads the league in goals. Hoggins with 31 too is in the top 8. So we're doing something right. We're doing something right. It does bump us up to top spot in the East. I mean, that's not really saying much. We do bump right back down. They do have a game at hand as well, facing off against Buffalo. It's nice to see Toronto towards the bottom here, but we've already eclipsed more wins than what we've had this whole, pretty much this whole series so far. So pretty happy with that. I don't think we're going to end up making any other trades or anything. I might, maybe I should, I think we'll kind of just see where we land. We got prospects for next year. Not much you can really do right now. I don't think that we want to destroy our future to benefit the present. Poitras with the only goal for us with 27 now. We do get that extra point though. Still 2 games at hand for Tampa. Most likely we're not gonna finish top spot. I think we just kind of have to accept it. And Philly's in the top spot in the Metropolitan. But it does look like we should be primed to make the playoffs. I think we're almost guaranteed at this point. Let's see if any trades jump out. Morgan Barron for a first. Emilio for a second. What? Pinchuk for a third. We already traded that guy. Oh, we got Malcolm Spence though, so yeah, okay. That makes sense. That's fine. Logan Morrison for a third. 2-star for a third. Rempe going to Golden Knights for a second. Legare for a first. That seems weird. He's 27. Why would you... He's 27 and 3 stars. That does not strike me as being worth it, in my honest opinion. 3-1. Hoggins with his 32nd, Spooner with his 6th, and then Hoggins with his 33rd. Pasternak now hurt. I knew something had to happen. How long is he out for? 1 to 2 months. Oh my god. Ugh. 1 to 2 months right at the trade deadline. Okay. He needs to basically stay on our roster though, otherwise we can't afford to move forward. See, this kind of changes things. This means that we might have to make a trade here. Right wing Hurdle. He probably won't come to us. Yeah, he won't. I didn't think he would. LeBanc is also... No, never mind. I was going to say LeBanc is also one of them. 2 stars. Kukkonen, 2 to 3 months. That does not help us. Kakko. Kakko's on a 1 year... Or sorry, yeah, 1 year deal. Alright, let's do her up. Let's see what happens here. There's no... This doesn't... Okay, so we could trade. It's not going to cost us that much. Let's do this. Let's figure it out. 2/5. Offers no basis of negotiation. Does open it up, though, to what they're willing to do. We can probably give up a prospect. I think we can. Mays is always one of the ones that I'm considering getting rid of. Yeah, they'll accept. Okay. There we go. So, we're not completely screwed on this. And we're not at the floor either, so that did help us. And then we can kind of see how Kakko does for us. He does seem like a player that should have played for Bruins at some point. He's pretty big. He doesn't play defense, even though his defensive rating looks pretty high. So let's see where it puts him. Well, I guess we'll have to wait till after the trade deadline. So we end up getting the job done. He could end up playing for us next year too. We do need right wingers, so unless we're going to move Desnoyers onto the right, seems like it could be a good move. But at least it doesn't... Okay. No, it's not worth it. We don't get player of the month or anything. We'll just see where the AI ends up slotting him on our roster. Like I said, we should still make the playoffs. There's 10 and change games left. And I mean, the most you can get is 20 points. And I mean, there are some 81s there. So if we win half, we should be able to be fine. Another click. I hate this. The fans aren't thrilled, apparently. Dear God. Okay. Bocage. Why does this happen right after the trade deadline? Because I would get rid of half these players. Going back to Team Harmony. Alright, whatever. So now Desnoyers, Lawton, and Nelson are there. Bocage is upset at McKenna for whatever reason. So, yeah, that sucks. Yeah, Pasternak at 1 to 2 months. Dear God. Okay. Hopefully he's back for the playoffs, though. It is still March. If we get through the first round, he could be back for us. Or Linden 16 wins. That's not bad. All right, we'll adjust it once more, and then we'll see where it ends up putting him. Kako third line. I like that. Voronkov second. Yeah, I don't mind this. And then McQueen now gets the chance at the top spot here on the right wing. We lose 5-4 in regulation. No points there. Voronkov, Poitras, and Arvinev ends up scoring, and there does as well. Desnoyers scores his 8th of the season. Yeah, it does screw up Pasternak's... oh my God, this is his season 2. This is so disappointing. I knew something bad was going to happen. I just had that gut feeling that we were doing so well that it was bound to happen that we're going to end up either losing someone or just going a big losing streak and somehow get out of the playoffs. I mean, I think Detroit has our first, if I'm not mistaken. We face Montreal and Carolina back-to-back. Carolina's at the top. Montreal's fighting for a playoff spot. All right, let's dust this off. 4-2 loss is not great. Poitras scores and McQueen scores. At least he's getting some looks at right wing here, and we're stuck at 90 points again. 41 wins. Seems like it's pretty close to what we're going to get this season. 45 would be ideal. 45 should be good enough to make the playoffs. 50 wins obviously should be good too. But let's aim for 45 here. We get our first one here. Lindblom coming in clutch. Brazo, Hoggins with goals. And then Bocage and Drysdale with the second. Rubric scores, I guess, the go-ahead goal, or the one that seals it, with his 18th of the season. Bocage now center as well. And now we head to New York, and let's see if we can keep this running. Both New York teams aren't playoff bound, and I mean, just the fact just the fact that we actually have the players is fine. Wins wise, Swayman's not gonna get the top either. Skinner's at 40. In the game, he's good. In real life, he sucks. So take that as you will. McKenna is day-to-day with the facial cut. Let's make some adjustments here. So apparently they're not going to let him play with a facial cut. Insane, but okay. And it costs us 3-0. My God. They have Robert Thomas on their team as well, and they're still terrible. Robert Thomas, Lafreniere. Yeah, Pasternak's still going to probably finish top 5 with points. The fact that Michkov's only at 80. Oh, Smith is hurt too. Yeah, we're dropping like flies. This is going to be the summary of the season for sure. First round exit. Yeah, we're going to get Panthers here. Face off against Carolina. Let's see. Carolina first. We do win 5-2. So if we face Carolina, we do have a good shot. So Rubric, Poitras scores. Rubric again. Desnoyers with his 9th of the season. And all in all, not bad. We do face off against Pittsburgh and Nashville back-to-back games. Pittsburgh at the bottom of the Metropolitan, and Nashville's trying to claim third spot of the of their division. Let's see. Go for the win that you need first. So get that one. Hoggins, McQueen scores. They have Nyes, and then McQueen as well, and then McQueen again. So McQueen getting the hat trick, it looks like. Doing pretty good at right wing then. Matthew Nyes, when did they get him? What? They got him from Stars. He was traded by Panthers from to the Stars with the 5th. Dear God, he's been traded everywhere. How did Panthers even get him? So Leafs get Marcia Show? No way. This is garbage. This is Leafs are dumb. I don't know what to tell you. Let's see who's with. Let's see staff wise. Cal Dubas is still there. So I mean, in real life, that kind of makes sense just for where he ends up. A player that was probably drafted by that GM. The fact that he's still with that organization is shocking, though, if I'm being honest. And I don't think the fans are necessarily supporting him either. They want Sid the Kid to get another chance. 3-2 loss here in regulation. No points there. Villeneuve gets his 9th, and then Hoggins gets his 36th, which does bump him into top 8. Pasternak still just chilling there at number 2. Doesn't look like anyone's going to really contest that. We got 77 points or 77 games here. Only a handful left. We now end up suffering defeat and getting bumped down. That's not bad. I don't usually pay attention to that. Prudhomme. I remember Prudhomme being good last year or the year before. I'd have to look at that. So let's see. Dust things off. 5-0 win here against the 500 Devils. McQueen with his 18th. Hoggins with his 37th, and then McKenna with his 28th. Rubik with his 21st, and then Hoggins with his 38th. Hoggins now climbing. Hoggins is now asking for the top spot, and a goal scorer has developed this year. Nice to see that. Pasternak still top 8, and yeah, not bad at all. We do have 2 injuries. Elbow contusion and sprained foot, so they'll probably rotate. This matchup we lose, though. 4-2 loss. McKenna scores twice to get his 29th and then his 30th. Not bad. He's doing pretty good, 67 points this season. And we're kind of getting a glimpse at what life would be like without Pasternak. Which, it does kind of suck because we don't have the players to fill that role for long term, I would say. Columbus here, we do win 3-0. Hoggins with his 39th, Brazo with his 8th, and Dupont with his 5th. Power play goal there. And Hoggins with 39, he could get 40. If he gets 40, I'll be happy. And, I mean, all is not lost, for sure. So, another... I hate this. They need to take that out. It is just an added layer of frustration. It does not... I don't think it adds anything to the game. Because it happens so frequently the further you get. 6-4 win there. Drysdale with 2 in the first. And Voronkov, McQueen, Desnoyers, and then McKenna all on the score sheet as well. 6-4 win. Clutch for sure. Against the Panthers too. So this could have solidified our spot at the second spot here. We now face off against Tampa. And then we have Montreal after. So this could be a very important game here. If we win this, we could go top. We do not. Hoggins with his 40th, though, so we'll take that. But we lose pretty embarrassingly, and I think we have to get comfortable with the second spot here. So we'll face off against Panthers probably. Unless something crazy happens. If we lose the next two, Buffalo wins. We could find ourselves being a wildcard team. But either way, better than what we did last year. We faced Tampa twice. Oh my god, 7-1 win here against Montreal. So guaranteed playoff spot for sure. Hoggins with his 40th. McQueen with his 20th. Voronkov with his 15th. Desnoyers is starting to score as of late. I like that. Voronkov with 16. Hoggins with his 42nd. And Poitras with his 31st goal of the season. And where does that put us? I mean, I highly doubt that we would be able to pass Tampa if we win here. Well, now we can't. But we have solidified ourselves as the second seed in the Atlantic. And probably, fourth in the Eastern? So we face off against Tampa here for the last game. 4-3 win. Where was this before? They would have got the extra point anyways. So even if they lost the other game, it wouldn't have mattered. Musty with his 17th. Brazo with his 9th. And then Poitras with his 32nd. And who gets a game winner? McKenna gets the game winner. Kako scored too. See, not such a bad trade in the end. So we'll click once more because I think that should solidify that. Panthers finished third, so we face them first round. I don't know how I feel about that. But yeah, looking at everything, wild card, who ends up making it? So Buffalo and Ottawa are joining us as well. Montreal not making it. That one loss was huge for sure. We've had a good record against them this season, so it would have been great if we could have faced off against them. But ultimately can't. In the East, it looks like it's Calgary and Kings. There doesn't look like the East is as crazy as us. Or sorry, the West is crazy as the East. But we'll look at how well everyone ended up doing. Hoggins finished the season with 76 points. Crazy how well he did this season. 73 for McKenna. I like seeing that. Definitely developing into a top spot player as well. And then McQueen turning it around with 70 points. I don't think he was projected to do that, but he tore it up at the end. Poitras with 61. That's a career best. Rubric with 46 points. That's good for... He's probably going to win the Calder there. Voronkov with 46. So my gut feeling initially in this series was to get him, and it looks like it's paying off. Villeneuve with 42 points, though. That's a very good rookie season as well. And Dupont with 41. So we'll take that. We'll take that all day. How many did Musty get? Musty ended up getting almost 35. So 31 points for him. Not bad. And yes. So Lindbaum 7-7-1 with an 882. And then Swayman with 42 wins. That's a very big accomplishment. And in the 900s, so that's all I really care about. So let's see where we end up slotting in. His goals against were very good as well. I mean, he could win the Vezina, but I doubt it. But he could. Development report, most important thing. Desnoyers improved as of late with his 19th point. This is his first season with us for the whole length of it. Dupont with 41. Hoggins, almost a 5-star player, but 4.5. He's improved. Lindbaum's improved his professionalism. McQueen with his stick checking. And Musty's almost at 3 stars now. I like seeing that. Rubric, his passing's getting better. Terrence Smith, I mean, probably a decent second line defenseman, or even third. Boumedienne also improving, could clear as well. 3.5 stars. Yeah, we're going to have to definitely look at that for next year. Chris Fro looking like he's improving as well. And here's where it's all going to change. We're now in the playoffs. First season that we're in the playoffs out of the 3. Obviously, this is the direction we want to go. Just sucks that we have an injured player. And another click farming. Oh my god. Fans aren't thrilled apparently. That's fantastic. Okay, I hate the damn clicks. Just stop. Okay, now everyone's pissed. Great. Great. So glad this happened right before the playoffs. Again, why would this happen? So, Hart Trophy, no one nominated. Vezina, we're not even nominated. That's crazy. Rubric for Calder, but they also have Nadeau with 45 and then Carter Bear with 57. So he's probably not going to get it. Executive, we are nominated for an executive. That's good. Probably won't get it. And yeah, we got Jack Adams as well. So we'll see. Yeah. Yeah, failed badly. Thank you. Thank you for that. Just hate the clicks for sure. All right, let's look at injury list. 1 to 2 weeks. So he could be back midway through. He could be back. That's all that matters for us. And we'll look at the preview for us. Where is it? I am blind, apparently. There we go. So we faced off against them 4 times this season. We lost the first one. Won the second one pretty handily. Lost the third one and then won the fourth one. So it's pretty split. But when we won, we did destroy them. Bobrovsky's out right now. We have a chance. So you're saying there's a chance. All right, let's see if we can take care of Florida. We are the higher seed, so we do get the home ice advantage. And I didn't even look at everyone else that was in the playoffs. Frankly, I don't care right now. But it does look like Pasternak's almost ready to come back, which is huge. Yeah. Obviously, we want to face Carolina, but probably not going to happen. Buffalo's beating Tampa, dear God. And then we want Philly out. We just want Philly out no matter what. We don't want them to win 2 years in a row. I want Nashville to win there because Chicago's too difficult. And then Edmonton, I want out as well. San Jose I want to win, and then probably Utah I want to win as well. So we'll end up changing up our lines here, see what ends up happening. Okay, looks good for me. Yeah, Kako in the third, Spooner in the third line there. 3-1 loss. Dear God, we're going to get swept. The only goal is McKenna. And we need pasta. We definitely need the carbs for this playoffs. Give us the pasta. He's still not back. Korchinski's out. Fractured hip indefinitely. Dear God, that sucks. We'll change things up again. Game 2. Oh my God, 4-3 loss. That's not great. So we're going to get swept for sure. McQueen with 1 and then Dupont with 1. So I'll Poitras. Also, he's going to come back for the last game. Just watch. Going to come back for game 4. We're down so far 2-0, and we have to win 2 in Florida. Can it happen is the question. I think we're primed for next season, but we'll have to kind of wait and see. This was a good chance for us this season. We're going to get swept. Oh my God, 2-1. Voronkov with the lone goal here. Bocage, I don't care if you're improving at center or not. Yeah, this is going to suck. They don't even have their goalie, and we're going to get swept. I had a feeling something like this was going to happen. The click thing at the end I don't think helped. It's kind of annoying, though. That's the last thing you need to worry about. And we get swept. We get swept. Hoggins finally showed us up with the hat trick, but ultimately not. It doesn't matter. Sachin, you jerk. Sachin is a guy that I've played with several times in different series. And ultimately, yeah, Nashville beats Chicago. That's fantastic. Doesn't matter for us now. Carolina's leading too. And Tampa wins as well. San Jose 3-2, Philly 4-1. Dear God. They're going to tie it. Yep. That's just a hunch that I had. And series tied there, and then LA wins. Ottawa wins as well. Dear God. A swept is worse. San Jose beats Vegas Golden Knights. And it's a game for sure. So, yeah, he's back now. Thank you so much for coming back right after we get knocked out. Oh my god. Alright, let's see how well we did in the playoffs, though. We'll check that out. 5 points for Hoggins, but it's all in the last game. So ultimately, he would have only had 2 in 4 games. Kind of had 4, McQueen with 3. Yeah, we definitely needed more firepower. Let's see what happened with our goalie. 909. Yeah, 2 losses in regulation, 2 in overtime. Nashville leads there. Philly leads there. Yeah, Philly's going to win again. Tampa 1-0. Battle of Florida there. And 2-0 for Tampa. 1-1 Calgary and San Jose. 3-0 for Nashville. 2-1 for Tampa. 2-1 for Calgary. Series tied with Ottawa. That is insane. I really hope they lose. 3-1 for Tampa. 3-2 Philly. Damn it. 3-2 Tampa. 4-1. Calgary's going to the conference finals there against probably Nashville. So disappointing. So disappointing. All right, we'll leave that as it is. So yeah, 4-0, 4-1. So it's gonna. I hope Nashville wins. I hope Philly gets knocked out. I really do. Whether it's now or later. Can Senators do it again? They were down 3-2 last series too. Can they manage to pull through and knock out probably our rivals, Philly? I would say they're probably our rivals. Yeah, Boumedien's now a free agent, so we can sign him next season. 4-2 Tampa. Yeah, can Flyers lose here? That would be great for us. Just because I want to see it. Click breaks up, and then click grows larger. Thank you so much. Freaking fantastic. Okay, well, I saw Marc-Andre Fleury on there, but yeah, wrong players. I don't really care about any of these players. I guess Joe Pavelski. I did like Philly wins, damn it. Didn't like Giordano when he went to the Leafs. Linden still getting comfortable. Yeah, it sucks. I just hope that Nashville wins here. 1-0. Oh, dear God. Philly's going to make it to the finals again. 2-0 for Nashville. 2-0 for Philly. 3-0. Oh, my God. 3-0. Are they both going to sweep? 4-0. Oh, my God. They're not going to. It's going to be 4-1. Just watch. I don't care. Why is he 3-1? Yeah, told you. It's gonna be 3-2 now. 4-1. So yeah, Patrick Laine's on the Preds though. That seems kind of unnatural. 1-0 Philly. Philly's gonna win once again, and this is starting to get a little bit annoying. We just need to destroy Philly. 2-0 Philly lead. See if Nashville can come back. 2-1. Come on, tie it up. 3-1. Damn it. It's going to be back-to-back seasons, and ultimately, the signing of McDavid has ruined this game. I will be perfectly honest. If we were to have done it, it would have ruined it as well. 3-2. And hopefully the more hate that I have for McDavid is how they lose, but I don't think it. I think they're going to win the next game here. Yeah, 4-2. Back-to-back champs, and ultimately just annoyed. Very annoyed with it. Yeah, I don't like it at all. So we'll look at how well they did, I guess. Philly-wise. 121 points. You've got to be kidding me. Is that his most? No, 153, yeah. So 121 with that, and then how will they do in the playoffs? 28 points in 22 games. I mean, you can't even write this stuff. Goalie stats, they have Earson. I don't think Yerson's that good. So, ultimately, we did the best that we could this season. Ultimately, it wasn't enough, but I do like how we look next season. We do have a decent... Oh, wrong person. So we do have a decent amount of players that could come up the next season. And Malcolm Spence, yeah, more as well. We could even leave one of these developing, but I feel as though we want 2 on offense, maybe 1 or 2 on defense. They're both free agents, so we're going to have to sign them regardless. And we'll kind of see where things lie. So hopefully you guys like this episode. Was a little bit of a longer episode, maybe because I didn't get to record more this week. So next week it should be back to normal. Hopefully you guys like this series. Leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and thank you for watching. Until next time.